How's everybody doing today? I hope the Monday was okay. I hope Tuesday was even better. So, to begin, let's say hi to the people in chat. So we've got CHSTP. How's it going? He says, hi Key, completely forgot I was subbed to this channel. I know nothing about keyboards. It's okay. Most of us here don't really know a whole lot either. I'm just kidding. Devness is here. Deadwing Dick. Panna Water. Of course, Deadwing Dick is here because of his number one. Not this one.
Oh, yeah.
300 bits NGP, thank you so much. Fuck the Red Sox, he says. Yeah, fuck him. I think... Hold on. Oh yeah, Red Sox are the owners own Liverpool as well, right? They did some things okay, but yeah, they kind of fucked up our teams for a long time. Anyway. Devness says I had to get some rice cooking. Yeah, so I said hi to Devness. Get some rice cooking. I hope it's white rice. I hope it's white jasmine rice or something similar. Basically the proper kind of rice. Okay, who else is here? We've got G8323E. And then of course NGP. Go Red Sox. Okay. And so, what do we begin with? So, we've got a few things to unbox today. First of all, I apologize for not streaming yesterday. I ended up studying. I'm glad I did. Actually, it actually helped a bit. Of course, the effort to benefit ratio never really scales linearly, right? But anyway, and because if I only had one or two things to unbox, I would have just done it. I would have just streamed it. But yeah, I have 4 things to unbox at least. So I figured, I'm going to do it when I actually have a lot more than just 2 hours. Number 1. Okay, there we go. Okay, well, the number 1 will be the number 1. So, let's begin. Okay, so for Deadwing Dick's sake, let's hope it turns out okay. Or not too terrible. Where's my knife? Oh, it's outside. And NGB says, my wood grain deathmatch shipped yesterday. Did you get just the one of them? Did you get just the white and brown? Or did you get both? And Devna says, I actually like brown rice. Though only the one of like the beans and other things mixed it. That means you don't like brown rice though. It's like saying, I don't like fried rice. Oh, no, I don't like white rice, but fried rice is good. Yeah, maybe if they mix those beans into white rice, it would be even better. NGB says gray. Okay, just the gray. You didn't get the white and brown. Brown rice is shit. Yes, absolutely. People are like, but it's so much healthier. Fuck off, man. You got one life. YOLO, man. Eat that white rice. See, if you have to ask me, is it half a cup of white rice or 1 full cup of brown rice? Because, white rice is, I think, simple carbs and really bad for you. I would just eat less rice and have the white rice. Why the fuck would I want to eat brown rice? Yes, it tastes like wet popcorn. Thank you. It just doesn't feel right. So gotta be careful with the Keycult packaging. It's basically shipped just like a prototype from the factory floor. Panna Water says, when I visit my parents, my dad does like a 50-50 mix of brown and white rice. He only cooks it long enough for white rice to be done and brown. Oh, see, So for a while, my mom was convinced, you know, by other people, oh, you gotta eat brown rice. It's so much better for your family, for your kids. And you gotta think about your kids. You gotta, and so okay, my mom tried that, and yeah, so we just fucking hated brown rice, all of us. You know, none of us liked it. All 5 kids just fucking hated that shit. And so she said, she thought, and then so she heard, oh, you just have to wean them off of white rice. So you know, you introduce some brown rice into it, and then you slowly, you know, transition from 50-50 to mostly brown rice, and then just only brown rice. And first of all, brown rice is more expensive. You're paying more for shit, and yeah, so we didn't even end up finishing the brown rice. I think when she makes both the rices, I think we ended up eating less because of that. I have to put a shit ton of butter in brown rice for it tastes good. Have you put butter in white rice though? Oh, so good, so good. Yeah, my parents have. Oh gosh, there's an address in here. Shipping 305. But yeah, yes, I have 4 siblings. So it was not a life of luxury. Alright, so we've got the PCB and we've got the board. Go ahead and make sure the PCB works first, as always. Alright, shouldn't take very long. I'm gonna try it out. Yeah, see, if you're ever eating anything that's bad that's going with rice, just add butter to it and it'll be better. Instantly. Yeah, it's what I had to do when one of my friends in college, his parents came over for Christmas to visit, and they wanted to cook us a meal, and his parents never cook. You know, that's why it's basically the friend I said was kind of weird. I don't know if I mentioned it, that roommate. And so he was, he had a babysitter growing up most of his life. So he spent more time with the babysitter, under the care of the babysitter than with the parents. And the babysitter would cook because the parents were too busy working. And yeah, so they cooked for us. And my God. So fucking bad. And so you know, I grabbed the butter out of the fridge and just fucking slapped, you know, just lettered that shit into the rice and just, oh wow, I never thought about putting butter in the rice. First of all, I'm thinking, of course you never have. You never cooked. And then second of all, I'm like, and then I told him, you're like, yeah, it just makes it better, you know, you should try it out. Just, you know, I just like butter with rice, you know. And you know, honestly, it's just because of how fucking terrible that meal was. And I had to find any way I could to make it just a little better. Okay. So let's hope the... Okay, it's programmed. Cerizal, hey, how's it going? Can't stay long. Sleepless for the week. I slept for 3 hours. I thought I was gonna take a nap when I got back, but then I couldn't sleep, and I didn't want to. And I had less than an hour left, and I didn't want to oversleep and then miss the 7:30 stream start time. So here I am. So I fall asleep in, you know, midstream. Please forgive me. So far so good. Everything's lighting up. That's nice. At least one thing works. Okay, let's see. NGB says, gotta get dinner real quick. Tuna casserole. Man, tuna can be good. I haven't had any good tuna here, but it can be good. It can be. And Fisher says, basmati rice, best rice. It's up there, it's up there. I don't like long grain rice as much though, I will say. It's okay. It's not bad. Can't beat some good Chinese rice. Guess Chinese, Southeast Asian, basically East Asian rice. That's the good shit. Okay, so PCB good. I know what it says. I can't function less than 9 hours of sleep. Damn. Yeah, 9 hours is quite a bit, actually. I don't know. I find myself, if I do sleep over 8 hours, I feel like absolute shit the rest of the day. Polyzoo says, don't know if you mentioned this or not, but this is number one. So this number one, none of this is mine. When it is mine, I'll actually mention it. But basically, almost every keyboard you see me unbox is not gonna be mine. It's very rare that it's a board that I own. And this is actually for Deadwing Dick, who is in chat. Oh man, green beans. Don't get me started on green beans, man. I remember one time this was back in college, back in Abilene. One of my friends was, picking up groceries, and she offered, hey, do you need anything? I'm at the store. And because, she knows that the international students don't have access to cars, and public transport is non-existent in Abilene. And so I said, yeah, help me get some green beans. And then later in the day, I was still at work, and she sent me a text saying, oh, by the way, I left the green beans in your mailbox. And I'm like, the fuck? What do you mean you left it in my mailbox? What the fuck? So after work, I rushed home. I was like, man, what the fuck? It's gonna go bad. It's sitting out there. I mean, sure, it's kind of, it's the winter. It's winter time, but Texas winter isn't really winter. And I was like, what the hell? So I rushed back, and there was fucking canned green beans. What the fuck am I supposed to do with canned green beans? You can't cook stir fry with it. It's fucking nasty. Okay, so let's look at the... Oh, wow. Is it just not screwed tightly, or what the... I wonder if the silver ones are the ones that are fucked. Because you remember the first one we built? No, canned green beans are not good. No. Absolutely not. That is objectively false. You just haven't had good, fresh, either French beans or string beans. Stir fry them with oyster sauce, with garlic, and maybe some chili oil. The dried chili flakes and chili oil. Fucking amazing. A lot of garlic though. You have to add a lot of garlic. Okay, anyway, so let's check out the Keycult number one. So we've got a... Oh, the gaskets aren't installed. Okay, I see. See, they're in a separate bag over here. So that's interesting. Remember the other one, we were trying to look for the gaskets and we couldn't find them because they were already installed? Well, this one doesn't have them installed. I am so confused. Okay. So yeah, so that's why the plate was shifting. The gasket isn't installed. So let's check this out. It's just black and silver. Alright, so let's take a quick overview real quick. and then we will look at it in greater detail. And I'm gonna look at it right now, and then if I spot anything, I'm gonna show you guys. So I'm not. I will probably have to still take it apart, but I'm not gonna go too in depth into it because I've already. This is my third unboxing for the number one. So. No cum stains so far, not like the other one. I see some faint scratches. You see that? Very slight, but it's definitely there. I say very slight, but if you just look at it at an angle, you definitely see it. And of course you've got, so on the silver you will see you've got some pitting. You see these little pores, little pits. You see that? It's a little difficult because how shiny everything is. But it's definitely there. Very, very, very faint pitting in the black, but it's not as obvious as the one on the gray and on the silver as well. Let's see if this changes anything. Okay, well, you'll be able to see better. This, nope. Yeah, it's super hard to see on camera with silver. Okay, you can see that now. See any of the spots that are not shiny? The little dots? Yeah, so they're like little holes. Just pores. So the silver part actually does not look very good. It definitely looks pretty bad, I'd say, the silver. See over here, same thing as what's repeated here. I mean, from afar, you really can't tell. So if you're, you know, 1 foot away, 1 or 2 feet away, you really can't tell. But up close, you can see that it's definitely worse than the surrounding portions. And of course, you've got the gap here. I wonder if we can screw that in. Oh, you've got this little, not so much dent. That might not be the word. But there's definitely something here. It's kind of hard to show. It's on the metal. It's definitely before anodizing, I believe. It's somewhere here where my nail is touching. I'm struggling to, okay, there you go. You see that little spot there? It's like an acne scar or something. Okay, what about the face? The face, okay, so, but I will say, out of the 3 Keycult number 1s we looked at, this is actually the number 1. I'm not even shitting you. This is actually the best. For sure. The fact that I have to look closely to find any of the flaws. Yes, Moonman Tryhard. Yes, it is an Ursa shirt. Of course, the anodizing on the black, you know, you've got some streaking here that you'll see that it's all. If I wipe it clean, it's not completely uniform, so it's not going to be as good as, say, anodizing on the Tofu or the newer KV75s or the KV75 V2, I should say. And again, you've got this faint scratch here. Yeah, so for the black, you just have some streaking problems here and there, very, very faint. It's you know, so for example, the back here. I don't know how much you can see. First of all, it's just, if it's black, it's just hard to see anyway. But there's a very faint line that's running from here to here. You see just almost right above the silver. You should see. It's kind of hard to show, but yeah, this is definitely the best one so far. It's not even a contest. The other two are not even close to this, actually. Okay, and you'll see the silver in the bottom. So you've got this scratch over here on the underside. Where's it over here? Come on. Okay, you can see that little scratch. And then yeah, more tiny little pitting problems. So again, this is very good compared to that one on that desk and the other one. So out of the three, the worst one was the gray. The green would be in the middle of these two, and then the black one so far is the best. Proximity, hey. How's it going? Okay, so I'm just about to look at chat. CHSTP says, is this a rare keyboard or something? This was I would say, yeah, the most hyped keyboard of this year, the most hyped custom keyboard this year. And the reason why we were looking at it so intently is because it did not exactly live up to the hype. A lot of quality control problems. And so that's why we're just kind of checking to see if everything's going okay. Russ, how's it going? He says, I wish I was streaking. Did you see about the guy who was sponsored to streak and he made a shit ton of money for streaking at that one game? Big blowout in my microwave when I was warming up the tuna casserole. But what happened? Did you leave the metal cutlery in there? Sind, how's it going? Kevin Plus is here too. The anodizing, very good compared, not very good, but very good compared to the other two that we unboxed. Or that we unboxed and built. So, I would say the black is comparable to, you know, your typical custom group buy keyboard. Or custom group by custom keyboard. There we go. And then you've got those tiny little scratches though. And then yeah, the silver part has pitting, but the black is really good. Okay, so let's open it up, put the gaskets in, make sure the plate is working just fine. The bottom, like I said, the bottom also pretty much just like the rest, you know. It's really not bad. I mean, I'm showing you guys, look at that. You really don't see much. And then if you look at the four corners, so look for dents and stuff. These are other than the little nicks that I showed you. There's really nothing else. I mean, yeah, the seams are not perfect. I think we kind of went over that. And almost... It's actually, with this design, most keyboards just fail in this regard anyway. The seams are, the aluminum piece is not cleanly cut, and so they don't meet perfectly at the seams. New Man Try Hard. I think almost everyone is saying that the V2 Zilios improve on everything over the V1. And Vomendoran, hey, how's it going? Our European friend. Kevin Plus says, is the plate loose at all? Was yours loose? Did you make sure to check that the gaskets were installed? Okay, so see, this one is loose, but The gaskets aren't installed yet. It's in the bag over here, so that's why we're gonna unscrew it. So, Devin, Dick, what do you think so far? And Brian is here, hey? How's it going? Working on QMK? The fuck? Wait, isn't it super late where you are? Okay, see, so the gaskets are here. They are not installed yet. Chewy, hey, how's it going? Tuesday stream threw me off. Yeah, I did say. Yep. I just have a lot to stream, and I was busy yesterday. Brian says, pretty busy now, can't really participate in the Discord stream. No problem. I've been busy myself. Okay, but my Doran's sleep schedule super messed up. Missed the packaging. Wait, what packaging? I mean, it's just standard packaging. He hasn't. It's been publicly known that they're just shipping it in just regular ass packaging. Yeah, the hilarious part is this is probably one of the better boards that you've had. Yes. So far, yes. So let's put the gaskets in place. So that's why I asked, because I want to make sure that you're okay with it before we continue with the... I guess it doesn't matter if we put the gaskets in. I wonder why some of them came with the gaskets installed and some of them didn't then. That's so strange. You want to see what it would be like? I mean, it's exactly the same as the other two Keycult number 1s I unboxed. Nothing's changed. Other than the fact that the black is actually better than the gray and the green. Or the two greens, I should say. Hello, Ghost. How's it going? Yeah, it's just regular packaging, just box and foam. That's it. You're making keyboard from the ground up. No, actually. Right now we are unboxing some custom keyboard cases. So these are, fully custom keyboard kits. And we're just unboxing one of these kits. And so the kit comes with the the case, the PCB, and the plate. And then we'll have to find our own switches, stabilizers, keycaps. Yeah, so not building anything tonight, just gonna be unboxing a lot of keyboard stuff, yeah. Dominic says, yeah, so it's just funny that the one time that Daring Dick, you know, had no optimism at all. It turned out fine. Way better than whatever we've seen. Lego says red switches all the way. Change my mind. You like the lightness of the red switches? Yeah, so we'll check out the 8X as well. I believe it's the older iteration though, so it's not the latest one. But we will find out. I have no idea. But from what I know about the timelines, it should be the older version. And the 8X was made before KBD fans really ramped up really improved on their anodizing. And speaking of KBD fans, did you see that the 5 degree is on mass drop for just $65 shipped? What the fuck? Just get it and experiment with it. You know, Dremel away all but 2 of the screw points. Get it to powder coat, Cerakote, the Van Man coat. So many possibilities. $65. Yelp, how's it going? Unique says, yeah, just some really small things like pitting on silver parts. Yeah, so like I said, yeah, the silver parts could be a pitting, but again, if you're just 1 foot away, it's already hard to see. Okay, maybe 1 foot away if you're looking for, yeah, but definitely hard to see. Mostly because of how shiny the silver is. Okay, so we've got the gaskets installed, you saw. I see, so now the gaskets will be a little raised compared to the rest of the top. See that? See, so this is what will hold the plate in place. So let's go ahead and put the plate back in and we'll see. Oh, actually, yeah. So remember, oh no. Wow, this is so strange. So remember the other one had this weird pieces of tape on the purple plate, but it was on both sides. This one's just on one side, and this is a different looking tape as well, I think. Yeah, so far all 3 plates that I've received have been slightly different. Polyzoo says, have you had a chance to try new Zeal switches? No, actually. I did not receive samples of any kind, so I don't know. So, but I am going to be building quite a few boards with the new switches. So we'll find out then. What's your go-to commercial keyboard? None. None of them. My recommendation would change depending on what you're looking for as well. I love you. Long Cutie Pie with 6 months in a row. Thank you so much with the resub. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, no, I have not bought a commercial board for myself in a long time. I quite frankly do not see the value in it, at least for myself. Maybe says I might have you build a PCB and play with the new Zillios once I get them. Nice. Yeah, I have some boards that are waiting on the new Zeal switches. Lego says currently using Ducky 1 pretty good so far. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any experience with the Ducky 1, so I wouldn't be able to compare it. I know, for example, like the Cooler Master Quickfire Rapid sounds very hollow, and I would recommend it as a starter board, but that's it. I would not. If you're looking for a long-term board, I probably wouldn't recommend that. Okay, so let's see if the plate moves around. We've screwed everything in. We put the gaskets in place. It actually does move a little bit. See, so I can actually move it with my bare hands. Now if I use my human hands. Yeah, so I don't recall seeing this on the purple one. I remember doing the same thing where I just kind of moved the plate. That one didn't move at all. This one, I think, because the purple one had 2 layers of tape. But this one, I don't think so. This one just has that 1 layer on the bottom. See that? So normally, you know, it's not gonna really move, but the fact that I can do this is not a good sign. So I believe the FR4 plates are gonna be a little thicker. So Dominic, if you are getting the FR4 plates, I would use those unless you want to keep the aluminum. I mean, to keep the aluminum, you'd probably need another layer of tape on the top side of the plates. Just something to add some sort of thickness to it. But I believe the FR4 plates should fit because they are thicker than these plates, from what I know, from what Bad News Caps was telling me. Brian says, cool, ES87 is a pretty good retail board. Is it still being sold regularly? I remember they kind of died. I don't know if they're still going. Their death kind of coincided with the hibernation. I mean, if they're still sleeping, is it called hibernation? A very long hibernation. A coma. But basically, they died at the same time that Elite Keyboards died. And Elite Keyboards was actually I believe the official distributor for the cool keyboards. Is it called Keyed Up Labs or something like that? Yeah, and so they were actually pretty good. Apparently comparable to the Philco Majestouch, and probably even better as well. And okay, so for the FR4 plates, yeah, so if you're still wanting the FR4 plates, I am very sure you can still pick some up from Bad News Caps, because there were some people who canceled theirs and got refunds. Because I personally know 2 people who got refunds from him. Canceled their orders. Yeah, Brian, yeah. The build quality is more solid, was all I was saying, but I believe that because the Keycult Majesta is actually one of the better commercial boards in terms of sound and feel. And NGB says, I had Rama send me another Desmond. But the case of the Keycults, they're very flimsy, that's for sure. Super flimsy. Well, okay, super is not the right word, but not something I expect from that level of even of a commercial board. And NGB says, I had Rama send me another desk mat. Nice. Yeah, the Keycult it has the most aftermarket parts available for it, along with the Cooler Master, because they both share a lot of similarities. They're both made at the same factory, from what I know. Okay, so there you have it, the Keycult number 1 in black and silver for Deadwing Dick. And this one is so far a winner compared to the other two. NGB, nice. What are you going to use it on? Because I'm sure you don't want to use it at the office anymore. You probably don't want to use it with anything that you're actually going to spend a considerable amount of time on. So use it as a coaster, maybe? Glorified coaster. Use it as what are they called? Placemats for the dining table. I'd use it as a coaster. Dominic says, actually, I just sent Bad News Caps a PM to see if I can buy one more plate. I thought you bought 2 already. Damn. You going crazy. So you're just going to try different plate setups with this. I guess it is a good base to try it on. And he says, maybe I'll send it to you. You could just have him change the address. So that way you don't have to feel like you have to ship it yourself. If you don't want it. If you want it, please keep it. Right? I have a lot of desk mats. Or we could just give them away. They're all the rage right now, aren't they? So, giveaway coming up. We could just give them away. Okay, so Keycult number 1. PCB was working fine, so let's go ahead and put that all aside. Do we want to continue with the 8-ax first? Let's do the 8-ax first. And then we'll do GMK Serica and Scrabble, or Scrabble and then Serica. Serica is I just have 2 kits for it. I don't have the base kit, because I do not care for the alphas at all. I think that they were the disappointing part of Serica. Yeah, so let's do the 8X. Let's just put the PCB on the outside. I think there are a lot of people interested in that one.